If you ever get marooned on a planet, you can always build a giant robot to defend yourself. Goliath is a massive robot action role-playing game. It tries to meld both the best aspect of the survival games and action RPGs. A big part of the game revolves around collecting resources and or crafting new ones that can be used later on either usable items such as healing stuff and traps or giant robots. As the playable character and also humble pilot with a mechanical arm, you don't have much defensive capabilities. Only a pistol that can stun your enemies or a temporal invisibility device. However, since the main ability of the pilot is to craft, you can always craft a few things in the wilderness by mounting a camp, but once you reach a safe spot, you'll be able to build traps, chemicals, and of course the titular giant robots. As a giant robot, or Goliath like the games like to call them, your offensive capabilities will greatly improve. Also, the Goliath comes in a great variety of forms and materials, which by leveling up, they'll gain new abilities that will affect the flow of combat. Normally, each Goliath have a normal and a strong attack, which can be peppered by adding them weapons to improve damage and effectiveness. And there are also ranged weapons for those who are afraid to get closer to the enemies. Beside combat difference, each Goliath got defensive capabilities. Some can dodge and some can block. Also, they each have elemental weaknesses and advantages, like the wooden Goliath that can heal himself whenever you find water, but gets burned on the extreme heat of the desert planet. Speaking of which, you must travel through different planets that they have their own ecosystem, and also they are procedurally generated, so no two game sessions are the same. Besides having their own plants and wild animals, they have their own set of NPCs, which they each have factions and relations with the player character. However, at the moment I didn't find any long-lasting consequences for the decisions I took. In the end, Goliath is looking fun. It really makes a great combo by combining the best element of each genre, even though it could use a better control scheme for mouse and keyboard users. Expect Goliath for release this May 12 on Steam, available for PC, Linux and Mac.